Hey, Houston. This is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer, and we have got 10 these technical difficulties straightened, completed, fixed, and we won't be before you long because I think I've taken up a little more time than I was trying to. But anyway, what I'm discussing for probably about the next 10 or 15 minutes is Harris County Justice of the Peace Courts. Okay. Now, Justice of the Peace Courts handle the following matters. This is just a small amount of matters, but this is basically what we see often. This is Harris County Justice of the Peace Courts. There are 16 of them. They run from places one, excuse me, precinct one, place one, precinct one, place two, all the way down to precinct eight, place one, and precinct eight, place two. Now, these courts handle these type of matters. Keep in mind that these courts do not handle felony matters. These are not district courts. They do not handle felony matters. They handle civil and misdemeanor criminal matters. So, as you can see, small claims, disputes involving monetary amounts of 20,000 or less, debt claims, landlord-tenant disputes, repair and remedy cases, traffic and other Class C misdemeanors, traffic violations including speeding, parking, and other minor offenses, as well as other Class C misdemeanors, cases like public intoxication and disorderly conduct. They handle truancy cases, occupational driver's license, administrative license, animal cruelty cases, property seizure and forfeiture cases, writs of reentry. You can see a writ of reentry is cases where a tenant who has been unlawfully locked out of their residence seeks a court order to reenter their property. Writs of retrieval, writs of restitution, peace bonds. Peace bonds are cases where a person seeks a court order to prevent another person from committing an act that is likely to cause harm or threaten their safety. Other magistrate functions. But I show you all this because I want you all to know when it comes to criminal matters, JP courts handle traffic violations, they handle speeding, parking, and other minor offenses, as well as other Class C misdemeanor cases like public intoxication and disorderly conduct. So, in other words, they do not handle major criminal cases, felonies and above, Class B, Class A misdemeanors and above. They don't handle it. But one of the things I have found, and this is not the first time, and the reason I'm doing this is because, yes, I'm heated today because I had a gentleman to get in touch with me, and that's who I have invited to come on this message with me today about how he was treated in the JP court today, this morning, and how he witnessed other people being treated. Now, I am also a former constable who worked in Precinct 7. So I know what's handled in these courts, and also have seen firsthand how some of these administrators, and primarily the first line administrators, and when I say first line, I'm speaking of the people that um, people come in contact with when they first get to the courts in the morning, and they're waiting in lines to be directed and given guidance on what to do, and how some of these first line administrators are handling people. So, and let me also say this because we're going to go back, even though I've listed criminal and civil matters, let's speak of the criminal. You are innocent until proven guilty. And the way I have seen some of these first line court administrators treat people as if they are already guilty. So, with that being said, and like I said, I don't want to hold up too much time. But I would like the gentleman who is here to speak on what occurred to him this morning. But before he does, this is the last thing I'm going to say is do better. If you're working in these courts, you need to do better. You serve the public. Your job is because of the public. The public does not serve you. You serve the public. And then take into consideration on any day, it could be you who is in the place where that individual is standing. It's not hard to be brought before the court on matters that may have been beyond your control. Now, I'll always say that everybody in jail is not guilty, or even people showing up in court. So if you take into consideration that a person is innocent until proven guilty, because that is law, and I am not here to teach the law because I'm not an attorney. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. But being a person, being a player of who spent over 20 years of their life as a player in the Texas, Houston, Harris County justice system, I'm going to ask you to do better. All right, concerned citizen, are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here. Are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing fine today, except I was heated this morning as well.
You know what? I apologize. I'm going to say this to you first and foremost. I apologize because I take it personal when I hear about the system that I so love, that I have spent so much of my time in, mistreating the people that also I love. Okay, so Mr. Concerned Citizen, out of respect for your privacy, sir, and the matter that you had to take care of this morning, that we're just going to call you Mr. Concerned Citizen. So, sir, may I ask, what time did you arrive at court this morning?
I arrived about 8:15. My court was at 8:30.
Okay, it was at 8:30. Okay, so you were there early enough. When you got there, what was the line like? Was the court really busy? Was it packed, or what did it look like in the courtroom?
The whole court from the parking lot into the court area was already packed. I tried to get a reset yesterday, but they didn't get in contact with me until after 7 o'clock last night. So I was getting ready to go in there. And when I was going in there, it's a chaos in there. When you go in there, they tell you to go hit the wall. So you don't know what they're actually saying when they mean hit the wall, but you have to go to the wall and go down the side in order to talk to the clerk. And they are really loud. They ask you, as soon as you walk in, what you're here for, and putting your business in everybody else's business.
So you felt really disrespected?
Yes, disrespected, because I shouldn't have to go there anyway for the matter that I had.
Because I remember you saying to me that you were already trying to get in touch with them to see if your matter maybe could have been held via Zoom. You didn't have so you wouldn't have had to report to the physical court. When you did make contact with them, what did they say about the matter possibly being handled via Zoom?
They said I could handle it via Zoom because it was a criminal case. But
okay, and
the whole day yesterday, back and forth with about 4 to 5 different DAs telling me what I should do, and I did everything that they told me to do. But at the last minute, no one contacted me in order for me not to be able to come to court this morning.
So like when you first got there, okay, let's go back just a few minutes. When you first got there this morning, you say it was chaos.
Yes, chaos on the parking, from the parking lot all the way into going into the courthouse, getting in line, and the doors of the court that I had to attend was already open. So you automatically walk through the doors. But like I say, once you get in the court, the clerk from way across the room holler, "What are you here for?" and give them your paperwork. Then at that time, they take your paperwork. I'm almost snatch the paper out your hand, have you sit down without any further information as if you know what to do.
So not properly giving you guidance, but shouting orders at you.
Correct.
Okay, disrespectfully.
Correct.
Okay. What um what did you witness how maybe they interacted with other people who were at court besides yourself? What was any interactions that you witnessed that just really stood out to you?
What really stood out to me was the court people was extremely rude. Not
S-
just to myself, but almost everybody coming in there as if we were already guilty.
So let me ask you this, was it any person that they interacted with that just stood out that just really besides yourself, but that just really offended you the way they handled someone?
Well, I seen a guy come in today. He was supposed to been at court yesterday, and I think he maybe misunderstood what actual day he had to be there, but he had was saying to somebody else that he had called the court yesterday because he was supposed to be there, but they told him, "Don't worry about it, just come in today." And he actually came in today, and they took his paperwork, had him sit on the side. And all of a sudden, when I'm getting ready to leave out of there, I see him walking out in handcuffs.
Wow. Let me ask you this. Did they address your concerns? What did they address your concerns? Whatever you came to court for today.
No, I just they reset it.
And that's all. So you went there, you dealt with all that chaos. How long were you there?
About a good maybe about 10, 15 minutes. Because I had, like I said, I had already talked to the county clerk the day before. So when I went in, they told me that they didn't think that I was going to be able to make it today. But I'm like, okay, I talked to you yesterday about trying to get it either a Zoom or a reset. So somebody should have contacted me back yesterday. So I wouldn't even have to go up there today for them just to reset it.
Excuse me. So again, you left and you didn't really get a resolve, but you spent the time in the midst of the situation just to finally get a reset, what you was asking anyway.
Correct.
I remember you making a comment. You stated to me along the lines that the one of the clerks said that she had an expectation that you wouldn't show. Can you say what that was you told me earlier, please?
Oh yeah, she said that they had a assumption or something that I might not show, and I'm like, why wouldn't I show? I had to show up because if I wouldn't show up, y'all would have put out a warrant for my arrest. So I was really forced to show up to court after I tried to resolve the situation yesterday by phone.
Okay. Again, it saddens me. Again, I'm doing this video right now and it's really long overdue. I'm doing it because you were just one of the latest people to call me or contact me or just even say something to me about our justice system here in Harris County. I'm going to ask you this, Mr. Concerned Citizen, before we get ready to end. If you were a clerk or if you were administrator or a player or you were employed by the court that you were in today, what would you do better to make it different for our citizens here in Houston and Harris County to get the respect, um, the consideration, the just to be properly treated, what would you do?
Well, first of all, I would treat people like they're human. And I know that they don't know exactly what to do since I work here every day and they don't. I will at least be considerate about showing them the way to handle the process that they are in now, instead of just barking orders at them loudly. It's just,
Okay.
it was just, tell you the truth, I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed right now with positivity. Because there's no call for that.
Yes, sir. I truly understand.
No call for that at all, especially when I'm a individual that you have me here and without no guidance or anything, just barking orders as if I work here with you. I should be working here instead of you.
I understand. I understand. Okay, Mr. Concerned Citizen, I appreciate you for taking out time um to just have this conversation with me. And I really appreciate you for calling me.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am. And I thank you for having a forum for people to call and really say what they have to say about injustices through the criminal system and justice system as a whole.
yes, sir. Um, thank you again, Mr. Concerned Citizen. Please share with everyone what we're doing here, what I am doing here at Miss Officer, and how single-handedly we can make our city better. We just have to start calling out the injustices, putting it on Front Street, putting it out there, and we pray in doing so we can respectfully um make some changes here in our
I
city.
agree to that, especially with people like you, Miss Officer, to help the people out in the community, to teach them what the procedures they need to do before they even get to the situations that they're in for the courts.
Yes, sir. I truly appreciate you. Houston, again, this is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer. If you have any concerns or if you have been mistreated, let's talk about it because that's what we're going to start doing here. Let's talk about it. Let's get some things out in the air, and we pray in doing so, we can make some changes here in our city, okay? Starting one person at a time. And if this right here, this live video, if this live stream resonates with you, or if you know of anyone who has been affected with any courts, but right now we're talking about the justice of the peace courts in Harris County. If you know someone who have been affected, um, tag them. I would appreciate it if you would tag them or share so that again we can do our part to make this city the place that it is. All right, Houston. This is Sean Lacey again. Thank you, Mr. Concerned Citizen.
Thank
And
you.
we pray that all is well with the matter, with the case that you are presently, going through. We pray that it comes out well, and I'm sure it will.
Yes, let's hold them accountable like they making us be accountable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Houston. Again, this is Sean Lacey, aka Ms. Officer, signing out. Bye, Houston.